Welcome to Weekend Star Warriors.
Mimban? I've never even heard of Mimban.
No one has. And it is steadily growling at the three of you.
I growl right the back.
How do you wish to punctuate your entrance?
I am sufficiently intimidated.
We take this moment and shoot the shit out of all of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look at that pile over there. Pile!
You want to sleep on it?
No, I want to poke it.
I sit down with you two for 2 seconds, and now I'm involved. I just want to point that out. Okay.
I'll blow a motherfucker's head off now.
Okay.
Okay. Yay, me!
Pull out your bowcaster.
I have issues.
Last time on Weekend Star Warriors, the battle for control of the slaver ship Carrion raged on, and 4 more freed slaves joined the fight. But getting to the bridge proved easier said than done. Our heroes found themselves outnumbered and made a strategic retreat. Now, with several of their party injured and 1 Wookiee dead, the group has been cornered in a room that is quickly filling with poison gas. Maklaw has already lifted Liliana and their pilot to safety in an air duct, but the duct is far too small for Maklaw and most of their number to fit. However, hope is far from lost, for this room that is filling with gas happens to be the armory.
Wait, since we're in the armory, can I throw a grenade over to one of the walls where the hole's not at so I can blow it open?
If you want, you might want to place a shape charge.
A shape charge, yeah.
Okay, if you can find one.
So I'm looking.
Roll for perception.
Okay. 18.
Okay, you find a shaped charge.
Okay.
For some reason.
Mm-hmm.
You start to put it on one wall, but then the Ugnaught with the burnt buns comes up and points at another wall.
I go and do it.
The Ugnaught grabs the detonator, puts the wire in, wheels it back, and motions for everyone to step back, and presses the button. Huge explosion. The entire ship is rocked. As the dust clears, you find yourself staring at a room, a cell, full of a pair of really beaten up twi'leks. Twi'lek males.
Alright.
And they're just staring at you, really confused and scared.
Do they speak basic?
No, they speak Huttese.
Okay. You're up in the vent.
Yeah.
So how far is she? Like, can she see where we're at, or can
I definitely
heard the explosion.
I say, okay. I think they escaped. We should go back.
Actually, there's a left turn you could take in order to see into the cell below you.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, you look down and you see everyone in the cell through the new hole, though from your angle you can't see the 2 twi'leks staying against the wall.
Is it a vent?
Yeah.
Okay, kick the vent and let myself in to this room.
Okay, the 2 twi'leks scream like little children.
Oh no.
Now are staring in horror at the tiny human who has dropped in front of them.
And whoever was with me.
That one guy.
Well, they're starting to. One of the Wookiees and one of the Moncal.
Okay. Hello, we're here to free you.
Did one nini bobo. Oh, okay.
Okay. And then I swipe the card because I guess I still was holding on to it and free them. Do either of you? How old are you?
27.
Oh, okay. Do you know how to fight or use any weapons?
They shake their heads. No.
Okay. Okay. I guess we'll keep them in the back.
So I'm moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have the other guy who knows how to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I have him with me covering the other side as we're peeking out the cell, trying to make sure that we got cover and we're not going to get surprised.
All the Trandoshans are right outside.
Yay! How far?
Point blank.
Yay!
Okay. Would you care to do a point blank shot as you peek, or as you slide open the door slightly?
Yes. I'm going to shoot. I'm going to shoot my bowcaster at one of the guys. 4, which is a crit. Now I gotta do my damage. 12.
You blast his arm clean.
Yay!
And then, as a tiny afterthought, the guy next to you shoots his blaster and barely singes the other hand. The Trandoshans, for their turn, throw another gas grenade in and lock the door.
What the...
Well, you could go back into the armory and try to find some more explosives. The gas has dissipated somewhat since it's been a couple seconds. Or you could start pushing everyone back into the vents.
No,
Or-
you don't fit.
I mean, I fit.
You fit, I don't.
Or you could just try blasting a hole through the wall with your blasters.
Would it go through, though?
I think it would. This is a pretty crappy ship.
So we go back to try to re-equip our guys
So go back into the gas room.
in the armory.
Okay. Pull your, might
Whatever
wanna
we
pull
got.
whatever you got up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rags.
Roll for willpower.
14.
19.
Okay, you both managed to fight off the gas, and let's see. The others, we'll do a group thingy. They're all pretty good, though the twi'leks are really whining about it. The Ugnaught comes up to you, Liliana, and pulls on your sleeve, asks into the translator, "Why are we going back?"
We need to get more weapons.
And we're sealed off.
Oh, I can find another charge if you want.
Please.
Okay.
Please do that.
He finds another shaped charge, and now
Can I see, or...
you can try to bust open the crate a little more.
Yeah, I'm
There
gonna
are
try
plenty
to
of
bust...
guns in
yeah,
there.
I'm gonna bust crates.
Okay.
So I use my brawl. 14.
Okay, you smash open the rest of the crate, and now everyone is armed except for the Ugnaught and the two twi'leks.
Useless.
You could give them weapons later if you wanted.
Well, yeah,
You
but...
could keep breaking, but yeah, you've got gas.
Yeah,
Don't
we
worry
got
about.
gas.
Okay, the Ugnaught grabs 3 shaped charges just in case,
Mm-hmm.
and 3 detonators.
So let's see. I want to blow these fools away.
Yeah.
So I would have to try to estimate as far as where they would be standing. I'm trying to find out as far as where they would be stacking so I could blow them away by
Right.
putting the shape charge on the other side. So
So-
right now they wouldn't know where we're at.
They think that you are in either the armory or that
Right.
the pair of twi'leks cells,
Mm-hmm.
and they're waiting out here in the hallway.
Okay.
But you have to consider
Where?
which door would they be waiting at.
Alright. I ask our tour guide to pull up the schematics as far as what we're looking at. I have the mechanic look at the schematics, see what would be a safe route for us to be able to use at least one charge so we can try to find a way out without being followed right away. Because I give them an estimate as far as where I think they are. So if we find like the opposite direction, to try to stay away.
Okay, consulting with each other, the mechanic and your backpack,
Mm-hmm.
they decide that probably the one way you can get that they won't suspect is down. There are some maintenance hatchways beneath.
Okay.
Coolant systems, but that might damage the ship itself. You could take that risk, but you just wouldn't be able to pilot the ship as far.
That's where we would try.
Mhm.
Okay. Because they're going to keep closing us off.
Yeah.
They're going to keep shutting us.
Right, what are we doing?
Taking the mechanics consideration, we're going below.
All right. I'm ready.
Would you like to go below from the cell or from the armory? Remember, the armory has a lot of explosives.
Right.
Yeah.
The cell.
So
So
you-
we go to the cell and we try to use it since it's sealed off. I try to position people facing the door just in case if anybody tries to surprise us as we're trying to do this.
Okay. Your little Ugnaught friend
Mm-hmm.
presses the button. Another huge explosion. Just as the door is opening, a pair of Trandoshans are firing at you, with disadvantage because they're not expecting the explosion so suddenly. One of them jumps backwards and fires his gun into the guy next to him, right after the guy next to him fires at you, for 4 damage on someone. That's 2. One of your Moncals gets hit in the shoulder.
Okay.
He's alright, but not really in any shape to hold a blaster anymore.
Okay.
So even though this guy just shot a Moncal,
Mm-hmm.
his partner is going to shoot him.
In the back.
For 1 damage. Actually, I'll give advantage because it's point blank. Advantage to the damage. 2 damage. Okay. For 2, he is very pissed off. But he's probably not going to have much time because the 6 people aiming at him, including the one who was shot, or with his last good shot, is going to... He drops his gun, the Moncal who got shot in the shoulder. And the others, for 21 damage, they end up finishing off the guy who got shot by his partner.
Yay!
And the other one takes a bit of damage.
Crit. For a total of 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, finish him. He manages to...
Yeah, I shoot him right in the chest.
Right in the Google spleen.
He bleeds out almost immediately because you hit him in the Google spleen. Yes, that is canon now. One of your guys by the door hits the clothes again. Now you're back in the cell with a huge hole in the ground.
And we crawl in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jump down.
Everyone jumps down. Your guide points you in the direction of the bridge.
Okay, so we start going that direction.
All right.
Since we're all stocked up and ready to go. Or should we go to the med lab and blow a hole in there and then go and raid the supplies?
That might be fun.
Okay.
Med lab is take a left here.
We go.
You don't have to blow in. There's a maintenance hatchway right here if you want to exit in the med lab.
Excellent. Use it.
Grab as many med packs as possible.
Perhaps one of your associates is good at medicine.
Oh.
We ask.
Is one of you good with medicine?
Which language are you?
Wookiee first.
They say that it's more... They're more good with traditional medicine like tea and such.
Okay, next the Moncalis.
One of them says they are a little bit proficient in medicine.
Who else do we have left?
The twi'leks.
Twi'leks.
They can't do anything.
Okay, so...
You're useless!
They say that one of the female twi'leks in the other cell was...
Look, we're not looking for sexual healing. Alright?
So yeah, we asked that, the one who said that. So you're a little bit good in medicine. How about you
Start patching up.
patching up some of us.
Okay, he's going to roll for a medicine check. Okay, yeah.
He sticks an asshole in the eye.
Okay, he manages to patch up everyone, but yeah, that happens with the Ugnaught, because he's unfamiliar with the
biology.
The biology. And now let's see how many... Okay, we'll just roll these. 5 and 2.
5 and 2? Or just
5,
1 and then...
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
take that too.
Okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in everybody's face, that's why.
Yeah.
You! Boom! Head smash.
Alright. You have 2 options. You can either continue through the maintenance hatchways, or you can go back into the hallway and face the remaining Trandoshans.
I've been counting. There are 15 left.
Excellent.
But we have a couple of probe droids. They might activate.
Where are they?
They were in the armory.
Where do you control them from?
The controls are next in the packages that the probe droids came in.
And we already jumped down from there.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to know earlier!
I personally think we should just keep on going through the hatchways towards the pilot.
Okay.
We go to the bridge.
Alright.
Through the hatchways.
You head on back through the hatches. Fortunately, they are not filling with gas this time.
Oh, good.
However, you hear a little whirring behind you, which which some of you may recognize as a repulsor lift engine, and you hear the clitter-clack of several mechanical arms as a probe droid is making its way down to you.
I'm going to shoot it.
Pretty much I have everybody on the ready, so we're not caught off flat-footed.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since you asked Liliana, why don't you take a shot at it?
All right.
Or we should just throw the twi'leks at them.
2 to hit.
All right, that hits.
Oh, good.
Good day.
9 damage.
It explodes.
Oh, yes.
But
This is fun.
But there is another one behind it, and you
Oh, goodness.
can manage to make out another one behind that, and several others.
Oh, jeez.
Would you care to run or continue to fight? The thing is, in this hallway, your advantage of numbers is severely dwindled.
What do you want to do?
We haul to the next hatch opening so we can get out. We're pretty much pinned.
Okay,
So we need to find a way out.
who do you want to go last?
Me. I'm gonna be shooting up a storm.
Sure you don't want to use the twi'leks?
They're useless!
We wanted to save all of these guys, right? So let's try to
Not use
keep
them as meat shields. Okay, got
Yes, we'll keep them in the middle.
it. Okay.
Maybe they'll be useful later.
We can find some.
We see a rancor monster, we'll feed them. I'm thinking big here, man.
Okay.
I'll go first, though, on the
All right.
other side.
Do I get to shooty?
Yes, go ahead and shoot.
Alright, so D6. Crit!
All right.
That's a natural 6.
Roll for damage with your bowcaster.
8 plus times 2, right?
You hit it dead on in its eye, and unseen to you, the blast goes out the other eye in the back, into another eye of another one behind it, and out that eye, and then into another eye, and out that. And then 3 of them explode. Triple kill. But there is yet another one coming behind it, and now it is going to take a shot at you. Okay, that is a 3
That hits.
for 3 damage. Now, everyone is probably going to have to make a group roll for agility.
To get up there?
Yeah, everyone's trying to book it in the small confined spaces.
I'm covering everybody's escape.
The Ugnaught is booking it because he thrives in these tiny spaces.
Well,
Yes.
I got an 8.
Ah, boom! Ow!
Oh, shit.
Bing!
Okay, you hit your head and you're still running.
I go shoo. Another 6!
Oh,
Yeah. 10! I shoot him for 10.
this time you only killed 2 of them,
Oh!
blasting them apart.
Yay!
There's more behind them.
Excellent!
Now they're going to take a shot at you. 2.
That's 2 for my defense on range.
It hits you in the shoulder, which is guarded by a old stormtrooper pauldron, which you keep
fucking
tick marks on for every stormtrooper you've killed.
Oh.
And so now you can't see how many you've killed anymore. And,
Great! I gotta start over!
and you're pissed.
Now I'm raging!
So everyone except you roll for distance again. Agility.
Agility.
Because you guys are starting to run away from me.
15.
The Ugnaught makes it all the way. You come slowly behind him,
Okay.
and the rest of you are just about to there.
Okay.
The Ugnaught holds up a hand and whispers to you, Liliana, something which your translator translates as, "There are 4 that I can see in here.
For what?
Bad guys."
Oh goodness. How close are they? Like, what I'm asking is, would the charge hurt them?
I like your thinking, little boy.
I'm a girl.
Forgive me. I'm not quite versed in human anatomy.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, yes, can you please set up that charge thingy?
Tell everyone to stay back.
Okay. Everybody stay back!
And everyone bumps into you. Roll an intellect or presence roll in order to try and explain to them quietly that he's about to set a charge.
What about leadership?
Leadership, that'll do.
Okay.
that would be 16.
Everybody, please, you need to come further back here, further away. He's about to set a charge, an explosion. So we need to get as far away from him as possible.
Okay, everyone listens to you. They start moving back. Let's see, I believe it is the probe droid's turn again. One of them does a critical hit, but unfortunately it's the one behind. And so it shoots its own buddy and blows it up. And now it is your turn. Now, I keep forgetting your name.
Maklaw.
Maklaw!
How many do I see behind him?
You can't tell, it's
Okay,
too dark.
you just, okay. I just see a lot, in my opinion. I fire.
Okay.
I hit with a crit. I rolled a 4, I needed a 3 for a crit. And... Ooh, 18!
3 of them blow up, and then you hear a scream of pain as a Trandoshan that was right behind them gets caught with the explosion. And suddenly, you feel one of the useless twi'leks bump into you. Boom! 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 He tries to convey.
I nod.
The Ugnaught presses the button. Another huge explosion.
No gas.
No gas. Not yet, anyway. You hear several bodies scream and fall to the floor.
Right.
And it's just you and the Ugnaught at the front. It's your decision as to whether to rush in or wait.
Your call.
Yes, I think I'm going to wait until I see one of them get up, but I have my gun ready as soon as one of them gets up.
All right. You see one of them starting to move. Do you fire?
Yes, I fire.
And he is prone, so you get advantage.
Oh, well, doesn't matter because I critted on a 6.
Okay.
4 damage.
Let's say double crit because you
Okay.
had advantage.
Oh, right.
Go ahead and roll. Okay, or whatever. Advantage on damage.
On damage, so that's 12 damage.
His head explodes.
Okay.
He's dead.
Okay,
Oh,
another
excellent.
one bites the dust, so that puts us at 16.
So does the Ugnaught have any weapons?
Yeah, we'll say the Ugnaught took a weapon.
Okay.
Of course he did.
Yes.
Okay, he's gonna shoot 4, and he does 2 damage to one of the other ones lying down. So let's see if they manage to get up. Only one of them manages to get up and get ready for you to attack, and he's yelling for all the other ones to get ready.
Okay, can I shoot him again?
He's out of range, and there's no more that are in your line of sight. You're going to either have to wait for them to come to you, or rush out, or send someone in front of you.
Yeah, can I send some of the Wookiees in front of me?
Make another leadership check.
Okay. Oh, 20. Not natural 20. But, okay, so I translate to the Wookiees. They're coming at us. Can you please rush towards them?
Okay, they all rush out, roaring, really pissed off.
There's 3 of them, right?
Only 2 are able to rush out this turn.
Okay.
They each grab onto one of the prone Trandoshans there. Let's see. One of them smashes its face into near pulverized, near dead, after seeing what its brother did. And the other one straddles the other one and is wailing on it over and over again.
All right.
However, now it's the Trandoshan standing up's turn. This one is going to roll for Constitution because he's the only one left. Natural 1.
Oh!
Shat himself and said goodnight.
Yeah.
Do I have to say it? Yes, he did. He drops his gun and holds his hands up, surrendering.
Too bad. I'm gonna shoot him.
All right.
Ruthless. Oh my goodness.
Oh, a crit of a 4. So damage of 4.
You shoot him in the chest, and he falls over backwards, apparently dead.
All right.
I'm still shooting underneath.
Yeah, they've run out of probe droids. There's one Trandoshan that is currently out of your view because he recoiled from
After I hit him?
after you hit the droid that blew up.
Right.
and hit
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Shoot his face off.
so let's see.
I yell out, "Peek out, motherfucker! I dare you!"
Trying to figure out how many are still alive in that room. There are 2 still alive and trying to get up.
Don't worry, I got the underneath cover.
All right.
You just send everybody
Whose
upstairs.
turn is it? Is it our turn or their turn?
It is their turn to try to get up.
Okay.
Okay, one of them gets up. After realizing that you're not taking prisoners, he aims his gun at you and fires
All right.
for 5 damage.
Down to 1 strain.
Oi.
However, as he was getting up and firing, another 2 of your guys come in. They take an opening attack. One of them crits. We'll say they both crit. Let's say a Wookiee and a Moncal.
My man.
Okay, they both aim at the one with the gun. They both do 8 damage to him. One of them manages to shoot him right in the eye. The other one manages to shoot him right in the dick.
Ding dong!
Or cloaca. That is a multi-purpose orifice.
Ew.
Gross.
And he dies.
Yay.
Hurrah!
In pain.
Oh, huzzah!
The one being pummeled by the Wookiee is going to try to get up. Brawn check against a Wookiee. He blocks one of the blows and then gets punched again.
Yeah. In the face.
Well, yeah, everyone in the room is taken care of.
All right.
Would you care to take a look around? Or-
Yes. I don't have
Or
any perception.
delegate?
Who of you is very good at hearing or seeing things?
Wookiees. Perception. They can smell shit. Or people taking a shit.
Okay, so one of you Wookiees, can you please check to see if there are any more people in this next room?
One of them goes, he's going to roll for perception. The one you shot in the chest is still alive and surreptitiously inching towards his blaster. He points that out to you.
Oh, hit him!
Okay, he rolls.
Smash his f***ing face!
He curb stomps him and crushes his skull.
Oh, good. What
Is this a Wookiee who did this?
Yes.
My people. Where am I?
Where should we go next?
You're
Am I still
you're still in the
calling this f***er out to see if he pops
Yeah.
his head out?
Mhm.
Can I start moving up on him? On a height?
I suppose you can.
Okay, good. I start to stalk. Weapons ready.
Would you care to continue to delegate? I mean, you are on the bridge. You might want to.
Yes, everyone, just keep a lookout for if anybody is coming our way. Get control of the ship.
Okay, so who are you going to delegate for that?
Oh, the pilot.
Okay, the pilot with his injured arm waddles up, looks around.
Yes, everything seems to be in working order, although a couple of these controls are damaged. Our mechanic friend here should be able to deal with that.
Okay, little Ugnaught. What's your name, by the way?
Squeak.
Thank you, Squeak. I realized I don't know any of your names. Can I just go around and ask all of them?
With respect, ma'am, I don't think we have time for that.
Oh,
There
sorry.
are still...
Go ahead, do what you need to do.
Okay. The Ugnaught, after listening to your translation, manages to get most of the controls in order, but then he notices something. He notices that there are certain master controls here. There are several ones. He can control all the doors from here. And the control of the doors also extends to, well, he's very excited and he's chattering and...
Can he open all the cells?
Yes, he can do that, but he's grabbing at your translator because he really
Oh
wants...
yes, what do you want to say?
Would you like me to flush the Trandoshans into space?
Yes, please, do that!
Okay, perhaps we should all get into one place so that we can...
Okay, I send one of the Wookiees back to get Maklaw and get him back into an area where he won't be flushed out.
So as she sends an envoy or a scout to go find me,
Yes.
I'm searching for this guy. Do I smell blood?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna use that to track him. So I'm using my tracking skills. I would use my perception or survival.
Whichever's higher.
They're both the same.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Oh!
You definitely smell that he has gone around the corner, but you smell that all of his buddies are aiming right at you. They've somehow rigged their guns together so that they can fit through the vent and fire about 10 blasts at you.
Okay, but I caught this before.
Yes, you caught it because it was a natural 20.
There's a scout guide.
Let's see. 20, he reaches you. And says in Shriwook that they're going to flush the Trandoshans out into space, but they need you to come back to the bridge.
I nod and I go, unwillingly. So I go back with him.
You go back to the bridge. The Ugnaught is going to try to seal certain doors. He rolled a 13. So there is a complication. He could seal everyone in and blast them out into space. The problem is, due to some of the damage in the explosion and also all of the holes you blew in the ships, between the armory and everywhere, he could vent them out into space, but he wouldn't be able to stop the air from being completely evacuated from the remaining prison cells that are currently occupied by slaves.
Let's go for a hunt.
Okay. I am your host and game master, John Ike. Star Wars was created by George Lucas and is owned by Disney. This game follows the basic rules of the Edge of the Empire role-playing game, and rule books are available for sale wherever books are still sold. Liliana Emerald was played by Megan Cordero. You can follow her on Instagram at Maganda88. Maklaw was played by Edgar Cuevas. Music by Megan Cordero. Effects by Jeffrey Gardner. Special thanks to Mike Christensen and Nadisa Cuevas. Please like, subscribe, and review, and we will release the next episode in a couple of weeks. Thanks for listening, and remember,
If you're not shooting at point blank, you're not really having fun.
all the Trandoshans are right outside.
Yay!
They
How far?
point blank.
Yay!
Man, I need to stop using shit so much. Now, who do you want to designate for corpse duty?
That was kind of enthralling.
I'm sorry, I will have to call your mother right away. I will have her.
Oh, no, don't call her!
I didn't even think that would work.
I think you sound like this, but really you sound like this.
Oh, why are you yelling at me?
Because I want to yell too.
Crit!
Crit.
Hurrah!
Just
Eat it, dick.
Huzzah!
he drops his gun and holds his hands up, surrendering.
Too bad, I'm gonna shoot him.
All right.
Ruthless. Smash his fucking face. I have issues.
So I fart as I walk away.